Hello chickens, how are you all today? It's a new day, a new project. I hope you're excited. Welcome to everybody who's new to my channel. Lovely to have you join me. And of course to everybody who supports me every week. Gosh, you're a blessing and thank you so much. I really am so grateful. Right, I have a little project today and I've used an envelope. So yeah, I'm really excited to share this with you. Because I love an exciting envelope project, don't you? Right, so this one is using a mailer, so it's one of the wider mailers, but guys, you can use any mailer that you might have, even if it's bigger or slightly narrower. The principle is going to work the same way. Yeah, this one that I'm using was 9¼ by 6½. That's 23½ by 16½ centimeters. All right, could be anything like this. Right, let me show you what I made with it. So really excited. It's going to fit onto my journal page. I'll show you. And it's not chunky, it's pretty flat. It's going to fit onto my page just like that. So that's what we're going to do with that. And it looks perfect, doesn't it? Right, so what have I got? I've got a little tag over here in the front. You can see it's pretty slim, pretty slim. So I've got my little large tag in the front here. I've done a bit of patchwork on the front with some scraps, added some flowers and a lovely little sentiment, because crafting does, letter writing is a craft and it does nourish your soul for sure. I think it's a dying art and such a shame. Right, so we've got that there. As I said, with the large tag, I put a bit of lace on the side. I have got a magnet here, but you can use any closure. This, I need to turn it to the side because it's quite a long one. I've put this little belly band here, which would open down, so I'll put the circle that way. I've just tucked in one of the gorgeous altered postcards I made in there. And then over here, let's move that down. You lift that flip up and you've got double pockets here. So we've got 2 pieces of ephemera in the front pocket. We've got another little bit in the back pocket. I wanted to see a face. I didn't put, you could put a longer tag or something in there. Here I didn't put anything in because I thought it would be a nice writing spot, because that does flap down. And you have got a little pocket here with an ephemera bit that really goes that way. I just realized that. Stuck one of the bits from my ephemera there, and then we've got a beautiful image of those flowers in there. Right, so that's what we've got. That folds down, that folds up. Lots of space to put writing goodies in. Yeah, and I just love how it's turned out. So I hope you're excited to make one too. So as I said, you're going to need one of those envelopes. If you don't have one, you can just create this with paper, plain white copier paper as well. All right, so what I have done here is I did open it up when I opened up my mail at the top there, so that side is already open. What I want you to do now is, and we can do that together, let's put that to the side, is to slit the top here closest to the window. Leave that one closed. So you just want to, grab my knife, you can use your scissors and take a little sliver like that off the top, and then on the opposite side that you is also sealed, so I want to do the same there like that. All right, so what you have then is you now have that joined on that side, and you've got a long piece that I haven't quite cut through. You just take the scissors and slit that. Right, so you've got a really long piece like that now. All right, now I'm going to grab the one I cut already because I pre-cut my papers to fit. So just to save time. So you're going to start with this sort of a thing. Okay. This is the one that I've done. Same size, like that. And then what I did was I measured. Yeah. So then at the 6 3/4 mark over here, I want you just to fold that up. Don't worry about the cutoff at the minute. I'll tell you that in a second. So you're going to line that up. Get the edges, keep it close so that it's nice and straight. Just take your bone folder and fold it straight across. Then, I'll come to that in a minute. Then what I want you to do is, it's about 7.5 inches, there or thereabouts. You don't need to be precise. I folded this flap down, all right? So again, just get that lined up with that side there. Now, I will say, you get a lot of this sort of thing with you know, mail. So I just want to stick that down. Then what I did was, I folded this flap under. Okay, because I didn't want it to be wider than my page. So 12 centimeters, I've made a little mark there. That is 4 3/4 inches. So measure 4 3/4 inches. If you've got a US page, you might want to make that 4.5. It doesn't matter. It's just your page isn't as long as mine by 3/4 inch. So just adjust that accordingly. This isn't going to matter. It's just that I want to fold this in like this. And I did struggle with the first one. I would fold this bit here and then fold this over just to make sure that these match and they're the same width. That's important. All right. And then just take your bone folder and go like this. Now, the reason I cut that strip off is I didn't want it to go over my window. That was the reason. Otherwise, I would have come over that section. So I've just cut that bit out. We are going to put something on there now. So let's make a little start. Right, so that's what you've done with this. Then I've just got a couple of goodies I'll share with you quickly. You want to bring your paper scraps to the table, that's for sure. I've got a couple of them I've pulled out here. And then I've used all sorts of scrappy bits that are in my tray. Now, along with 2 die cuts, a green and a pink, and the other one has got a slightly darker one. This one, 2 of those. You want a butterfly. You want some flower or floral decoration. I've taken one of the bits of lace just as a little bit there. I've taken one of these flowers. I've got a sentiment there. The scrappy bits. I've got some lace and I'm going to use the pink one for the other one. These have got the pinks and the creams. The other has got the golds and the pinks. All right, so that's what I've done there. And then, of course, different papers to go in there, and some bits there. All right, so yeah, grab those goodies. I have got a magnet or 2, but you can use Velcro closures. You don't have to use what I'm using. All right, so just see what you prefer. So let's put that to the side and start with covering all these sections up. Now, the first one that I'm going to do is sort out this pocket. So I'm just looking for the bit I had there. Right, here it is. Okay, I've cut this to cover this whole section like that. Okay, that's the whole section I'll cover. But before I'm going to do that, I want to put something behind this window. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this here because I make life difficult for myself. Of course I do. You know, it would have been easier if I had this a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Right. I'm going to take a little bit of glue and just put it on one side here. Okay. This flap's going to help me because I'm going to put this to the max of where it can go so that's covering my window like that. Then I'm going to press that flap down like that. That's going to keep it in place for this. I just want to angle this bit here because I can see that that's going to be in the way. Now, so that's going to be in place so that we don't want to stick it to the window. We want to be able to put our tag behind there, but I don't want to see white on the back of that. So I've just put that scrap bit there. Then I've got this bit, and this bit's going to cover over the flap on here, and we are going to cover it like that. But we don't want to stick the whole thing down because I want a pocket. So what I suggest you do is cover this bit with glue in full, because you don't want anything, you know, getting stuck behind there. So that's the first thing. And then this bit here as well, cover that with glue too. I hope I'm doing the right thing. I think this is what I did. I did it last night, pretty late, as I do, getting all these things prepped. Right, and then you want to just put, that's going to go that way. All right, we want this bit open, so no glue here. You've got glue covering that side, but you want a little bead of glue there and there. So just like that. Just getting my bearings. And then along here, I think. A bit. Getting my act together here. Right. Now I'm going to stick it on this corner first at the top. And then get it to meet over there, and then like this over here, get it close to this edge. If we need to trim off anything along there once we've stuck it all down, we might, but let's get it down. So now hopefully, if my maths has served me correctly, my thinking, I'm just looking in here. Yeah, you can see that's stuck to there now, and you've got your nice pocket and you've covered that area. That was stressful. Right, just pick it up and make sure you haven't gone over the hinge, because you don't want that. I do have a little bit of blue sticking out here and there. I will deal with that when I've come to the end. Okay, now this bit here is 3 inches wide, so that's 7.5 centimeters, and the length of this section here. All right, and we're going to put that down there as a little belly band. Let me move that way. So I'm going to start with this little circle off from my circles in the add-on kit. I'm going to put some glue. So this has got a specific, it doesn't go right to the edges because you've got, it's a bit wider. So I'm just bearing that in mind when I put the glue on. Yeah, and then you want to sort of find the halfway mark. Okay, so yeah, I haven't got any glue over. I'll get that over a little bit. Right, there we go. So we've got our belly band already. You could add even more stuff to your belly band. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue at the top here and a little bit of glue at the bottom. This is the stamp page from background pages, I think. And we're going to face it so that when you open this down, this is the right way up. So let's get that on there and that over there. There and there. Okie dokie. So there's the first little bit done. Now we're going to come to this bit. This isn't going to be a pocket, so we can get some glue on there. This one is going to be a pocket, so don't stick that down. This is just to get it stuck down in that section there. Okay, and now what we want to do here is we're going to put 3 bits of paper on. This is the last one. So the first one I'm going to use is this from the background paper. I'll turn it that way so it's the right way up, and I'm going to get that stuck down. I'm also then going to put this lovely yellow lace, goldy yellow lace page on the top there like that, meeting up at the bottom. And then the last one I'm going to do is that one, which is also from the background pages like that. And all of those will get stuck down there. So let me do that quickly. Okay, so I've stuck that one down completely. This one, just those 3 sides. This is 5 inches high. I'm I'm going to, that's 12.5 centimeters. I just want to move that over a little bit. There we go. Make sure it's not in that seam, so it's just on those 3 sides, so that's open. And then the bottom piece from the background page, this one is just short, 2 3/4 inches high. All right, so what is that? 7 centimeters. Right, so I'm going to get that stuck on there like that. Now on those 3 sides, now I've kept everything straight along this edge, because anything that's a bit wide I can always trim on this edge. All right, so you've got your 3 bits there. Right, now I'm going to come back to the little bit of decoration I want to put on there, and I'm going to tackle this last one. So this last one, I've got that as a little pocket. Okay, that's only just over it's about 3.5 inches wide, yeah, and about 2 inches, so 5 centimeters by about 8. All right, there or thereabouts. Then I've got this piece of paper which I have folded over because this is open here, obviously, and I want to make a pocket. So this flaps up and down, and I'm going to cover both sides at once. So what we want to do is, I think I'm just checking which way I had it. I want the opening on this side. So if you want the opening on the other side, turn it round. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this bit stuck down first. So again, be mindful of this join here. You don't want to get it buff into the join. And you can take your dauber and just put some distress ink that's remaining, just to get rid of the color a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to put some glue on there and stick that down. Yeah, I'm going to put glue all over that section, a little bead up there and a little bead up there. All right, so okay, now tricky. Let's do it like this first. Okay, so space to fold it over, which I hope we do, so that's all right. Okay, now at least that's going to close nicely. It is. And I'll check if the pocket's all right in a minute. Now you've got this bit here where you can just glue this all down. And as I said, if you go over on any side or you see a bit sticking out that you don't like, you can always just trim that off. So that's no problem. Right, let's get that down there. We've got that all sorted. And of course there's always distress ink, which covers a multitude of things, I promise you. Right, so you want to just get your bone folder, give that a nice squash. That's the best word for it, isn't it? Give it a squash. Yeah. Now we've got everything in a row. There's a little bit of showing there, but that's fine. It's on my hinge. And now what I want to do is, I've got a bit that's sticking out, so when I close that, I can see there's some stuff sticking out. All right, so that's all right. Just tap it there with your pencil, draw a line, probably with your ruler. I had this with the other one, so as much as I was measuring away, it does seem to happen, but I want a nice neat edge. So I'm just going to draw that there. And this is going to go underneath, but that's fine. Nothing really on that front, but on these two. So we're just going to go there like that. See, I pulled it a little bit, but you can just straighten it again. And anything that you, as I say, distress ink covers a multitude of things, doesn't it? So we'll just get a little bit of a distress ink there. And here, these should be fine. It's just these two here that I want to just check that they are actually stuck down now that I've trimmed them. Right. So I want to just make sure that this is, yeah, it is, it's closed. Awesome. Right, and then we've got our pocket over here. All right, so there's the crux of the everything, and now when you close that, you shouldn't have anything sticking over there. Okay, so that's all good. Look at that, nice and neat now. Now I go and while you're at it and distressing, just cuff that, just distress around the sides before we put the front bit on. Right, looking good. Now, want to just put a little bit of decoration here, very simple. Just using some of this embroidered rickrack, I'm going to stick that across the bottom there. Do I want it there? We're going to stick it across the top, because why not? All right, so I'm going to just, I used my ruler to do this with the other one, and then it didn't have some on some of the spots, so it's not too wide. I think I can eyeball it today. We'll just give it a go. Right, not too much. You don't want to stick the whole thing together. And then we want to just get that over there. I'm going to trim that off on the edges. And then the last little goodie was romantic letters, and I'm going to just put that over there, I think. Yeah, just one of my little sentiments, because they do look so romantic. The little pile of letters with a ribbon, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Right, so that's your bottom envelope, keeping it flat inside here, as you can see. I'm going to trim that in a minute, and then on the top here we have a little pocket, really simple flat pocket. Just going to put the glue on 3 sides. Hopefully that's wide enough, so we'll get that there like that. Then I've got one of these little pink goodies that come from my ephemera. I'm going to get that just stuck on the side there like that. I don't know why I backed it. Maybe I thought I was going to make a miniature size pocket somewhere. Well, you never know. Right, so we'll stick that over there. So these are more muted pinks in this one. The other one's darker pinks. I've sort of lifted up there. Right, everything's done there. I'm happy. It's just the front to do, which is going to be quick sticks. All right, and then we stuck with the front. So I'm going to just, yeah, I think it's all right to do it on here. Right, so we're all ready. I've got this strip over here from that page I was working with. I'm going to get that stuck over there. I'm just arranging where I want them because I want to see what's going to overlap here. I've got this lace bit there. We've got this little bit which I'm going to put at the top there, and I thought the lighter pink, I'll tuck that sort of there and that over there and that under there sort of thing. Right, what happens, this is last. Right, so this is first. By doing that I can see now what I want stuck down first, because what's going to overlap with what. So I hope you're having a great time putting this journal together. I'm having the best time, loving the colors, really uplifting my mood. They said yesterday that the 15th of January is the bluest day for people, the most depressing day in the year, because it's 2 weeks to payday. Everybody's feeling the pinch. The weather's gloomy and cold, and I thought, oh gosh, no, I'm not going to hear any of that, thank you. Right, this one's second, but apparently yesterday was the gloomiest day. I think if you just surround yourself with pretty things, warm colors, and something to do, that's going to help. So don't think about anything else. That's my plan of action. Just keep myself busy. Right, that one's there. No, that one I said last, didn't I? So this one's next. Now I'm covering the window, and I just tore these with my fingers. Nothing fancy. and I like the effect that it gives, so I do. Right, so we've got this there. This is great to cover things with when you've got scraps, and you can put your scraps, like I do, into different themes or colors, or you know, and make piles of envelopes. Just cover them and have them ready, and you can always decorate them at a later date. Right, I'm going to stick this down. Let's do that. I did actually tuck, I'm going to stick this halfway because I'm going to tuck my die cuts underneath here. Right, so get that stuck over there. Oh, and I must put the magnet on still too. Right, so we're lining that up there. I've only gone halfway because I want to stick something underneath there, and got the lace to put on as well. Right, so this is going to go underneath there. So let's get that done quickly. Right, so we'll tuck that in there just like that. And we're going to put one of these in the softer pink. There we go. And then we'll get this stuck down. What to do was, I wanted to stick down, letters are the ambassadors of friendship and goodwill. Arthur helps, that is true. I don't have that many handwritten letters. I do have some from some of you, which is amazing, and I keep them all in a special trinket box. And they are special because not many people do handwritten letters, do they? And then we've got our little flower and our butterfly and our small flower, and I need to put the magnets. I'm putting it there in view because you know what I'm like. I'll forget. I'm putting it down to old age. Got a little butterfly there because I can't help myself. And there we go. Gosh, I got glue everywhere, all over myself. Right, we'll put that there. And we are going to, I've got soft lemon one, like that. Right, I want to just put some of this underneath. Okay. Now, I'm going to just lift that up quickly. All right, so we want to put our lace on, and I'm going to do that over here. So let's just get a little bit of glue on the edge here, not stitching it. Okay, and then I'm not going to go completely low because there we go. Abby's made an appearance here. Right, so we've got that there. Oh, and then lots of things going on here. And then the last little thing that I want to do, keep that, right, is fit in my magnet. So the magnet is going to go at the top here. So I use these magnets, which I got from Amazon, and yeah, I find them easier to use because I'm not magnets are not a favorite of mine. So every time I use one, it's like a, oh my goodness situation. Is it going to work? But these are in their little pouches, and I find it easier for me. So please use what you're good at. And if you don't have magnets, I'm just going to tuck that in there. You can see, just tucked it into the side. Yeah, like that. And then what I do is I just get that to attach itself there. And then what I do is I take my pencil and I can just see where it's got to go. So I'm just drawing the edge of the magnet on this page. So where those edges touch that page, so I've got there and there. So that means on this pocket, I must put glue on this side. Right, so now when I open that pocket, I can see where it needs to go. So I'm just lining that up there. I'm just going to put my little butterfly clip in here, purely just to keep this a little bit open, yeah, while it's drying. That's all. Right, let's move that all out the way and put it all together now. Take off my big clip, move that round. Okay, that's our front. Isn't it pretty? That's got a bit high there, so we can just cut that off. There we go. Okie dokie. So that looks great. Yeah, we're going to put a big tag in there. I put some of the seam binding because I love that. We're going to put that in the top there, like that. Yeah. Then over here, you grab these goodies. I've got this lovely postcard, and I love that. So I'm going to put that in there, like that. We've got this one for the side. Then these, I've got this lovely image of these three ladies reading their letters, which is just amazing. I'm going to put that, let's put it over there. And then I've got a little image of some flowers and this lady, and I'm going to, I was going to put those in here, but yeah, I think I'll do that. Put the ladies at the top and these smaller ones in the front, like that. Okay. And then this one will hopefully fit in here, and it does, so that's lucky. And we'll take that off. And then this one's going to go into that pocket there. So let's hope that we haven't got anything that's, I'm just feeling it's not wet or anything. Right, so that's going to slide in over here. I do love that image. It's one of my favorite pictures. So that goes in there like that. Right. Is it too long for this? It is a bit. Too bad. That's my attitude with that today. Right, so there, that's folded down. You've got that bit there, your little writing spot, and it snaps closed. And that's a bit long. I might need to trim that, but that's all right. And there we go. How cute is that? And there's the other one. Amazing, isn't it? Just amazing. That needs to dry a little bit more. Right, so we'll stick those into our tea stain pages, and that will be that for that project, and I really like how it's turned out. All right, everyone, go and enjoy a fun-filled day. If it's cold, this is your day to make this project. Go and have some fun with that. And if it's really hot, like I know it is down in Australia, the ladies are telling me 40 degrees. Oh my goodness, how do you cope? That's too hot for me. I can't cope with those kind of temperatures. That's hotter than my blood temperature. Right, go and have some fun and cool off, because it's also time to craft. Yeah, you need the air conditioning on, definitely. I will see you all again on Friday. Have a great week. Stay warm or stay cool, wherever you live. It obviously depends on that. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.